Welcome back to another episode of Hard Locks College Football Edition here on the Vanilla Sports Media YouTube channel, where every single week, Shakespeare down at the bottom and I take a look at the ESPN College Pick'em games, pick on spreads, and see who's the better. Shakespeare, how are we doing tonight?
I'm cold.
Well, I
It's
see that. You all
it's
bundled
cold in my.
up.
I know it's cold in my room, but I had to put out the ears still. I feel like
Yeah,
if I hide the ears,
as long as the ears are still out, then we're good to go.
I'm telling you, it's the good luck, man. I'm telling you. But well, not this last week, but we don't talk about that.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna real briefly touch on last week, and we're just gonna go right past it.
Yeah.
Uh, to go over last week real quick, Alex and I both went 4-6. Real rough week for the boys. Yep, which means if you watched last week's video, the overall record is also still the same from a week ago, at least even at 500. We're both 38 and 32 on the year.
Is that correct?
We were 34 and 26 going into
I
last week, and we
I
went
hold
4
on,
and 6.
hold on. I'm not saying I don't trust you, but I'm not calling you a truther. All
I am
right.
I am a friend of a math teacher,
I
so
yeah. So let me see here. Um, 38, 32 is what you said.
that is what I said.
Good job. That's
Thanks.
extra work.
I appreciate that.
I
I
wrote the
really appreciate.
formula.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna jump right into this week's games. We're starting off with arguably the game of the week. We've got Penn State plus 4.5 traveling to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes minus 4.5 favorites. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I'm going Penn State. And I think we've kind of alluded to it earlier. Like, I'm I'm not the biggest believer in this Ohio State team. Like, it's okay. It's a good team, of course. It's they're ranked third in the country, but I don't think they are the third best team in college football. I think actually Penn State is better than the Buckeyes. So for them to be underdogs, I'm not even taking the points. I'm really taking the win. I have Penn State money line. So I think Penn State money line is kind of I am way more on Penn State money line than I am even on the spread. So
We're jumping right out of the gate with my free money game of the week.
dude, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be fucking crazy. Like I
Nah,
didn't want to be like
this gives off free money energy to me. I think Penn State is a good fucking team this year.
I,
They're
I'm not gonna.
really, really
I'm
good.
not gonna say free money. I'm gonna let you say free money. There's a couple more free monies. I don't think I really hesitated when I picked the games this week. So I think we have a good slate for us here. I think we're gonna go 10-0 after.
Listen, I hope so. I hope so. We can get that overall record up. We've got our next game up. UCF is traveling to Norman to take on the Sooners, plus 19.5 for UCF. Oklahoma coming off the heels of a massive win against Texas. I think that I would want to say this is necessarily free money. I think Oklahoma covers, but I would be concerned about a backdoor cover only because I mean
Yeah,
we've kind of talked about it a couple times this year. Teams coming off of massive wins tend to dial it back a little, but I don't see it to where Oklahoma's going to lose. Not going to necessarily lose, obviously, but they're not going to cover, if that makes sense.
I think obviously America agrees with picking the Sooners here. Um, I think 84% is a little inflated. I would understand more of a 70-30 kind of, but 20 points is not. It's a good line for bettors. I do think Oklahoma covers on this. Like you said, they beat Texas. Um, we should see some regression, but I think if it was maybe about 17, maybe 14 points, this would be free money, I feel like. But 20 it's a respectable spread, but I do think the Sooners cover that.
I think that's a decent line. I'm with you here. All right, next up, we've got the best football team in the state of Colorado, the Air Force Falcons, traveling to Navy to play the Midshipmen.
Jesus.
I'm not joking. Air Force
Jeez.
might be the best football team in the state of Colorado.
Hey, all I care about is Wyoming covered. That's all I care about. That was one of our free monies, Wyoming and Air Force, and we disrespected Air Force a little bit. I'm
A
not gonna
little
lie.
bit, a little
We
bit. I
we
think
were
we both had
disrespected.
Wyoming winning, which they were close. I think it was Air Force scored on the last drive to take the lead. So Wyoming did almost win that game outright. So we almost had it.
But Air Force could play like that. If they showed anything, they could fucking play. So obviously they're 6-0. Navy, Shipman, they're 3-3. You know what they say about the Navy. It's only gay if you push back. So, um, I'm gonna go Air. I'm gonna go Air
Oh man.
Force. uh,
All right.
we're gonna go
We're
Air
gonna
Force here.
got it. Great. I'm also gonna go Air Force. Navy for long stretches of games this year have not looked great. I'm kind of confused as to why Navy is. I don't want to say that it should be bigger necessarily, but I think that Air Force is a decent team this year. I don't think they have any issue getting
I
up
think,
2 scores.
yeah, that's 10 points. 10 points isn't crazy. So
This one should be really interesting. We've got an SEC matchup here. We've got the 17th ranked Volunteers traveling to Tuscaloosa to face the Crimson Tide. Uh, this offense seems to be finding their legs slowly but surely. Jalen Milrow kind of starting to figure it out a little bit. Joe Milton has looked hit or miss this year. The Volunteers haven't quite looked up to the preseason expectations necessarily. I think Alabama is just starting to hit their stride. I think Nick Saban's going to want to come out and really put on a performance to show the world that, like, hey, we may already have one loss on the record this year, but we're not to be fucked with. I don't want to say this is going to be a massive win for Alabama, but I'm going to take Alabama here because I think they win by 10 or more.
Uh, well, I'm glad you're picking Alabama because I'm picking Tennessee because every time I do or do not pick Alabama, I feel like the other way happens. So it's a good win for you. I'm already gonna chalk it up as a win for you because my brain is telling me the Volunteers, but knowing how like these teams kind of fuck me, uh, I feel like Alabama's going to. I feel like they're going to cover, but I'm gonna pick Tennessee because I actually do think in my brain that Tennessee is the pick for me. But
It is worth
congrats.
noting that you are with America. 68% of the picks on the ESPN College Pick'em this week are on Tennessee. So there's a lot of people out there taking the points with Tennessee, which I don't hate. I think that this is a bit of a rough week to do so. We've got a Texas matchup here in the state of Texas matchup rather. We got the eighth
Yeah.
rate Longhorns traveling to Houston to play the Cougars. Houston is plus 22 and a half. Big spread at home. Texas doesn't have to travel very far. Should be potentially like a home game almost. Not necessarily, maybe not a true road game in the sense of the Longhorn fans should travel pretty well. Alex, what are your thoughts?
Texans, Texas. We're going Texas.
Texans.
Texas.
Got it.
Yeah,
We're going to go
one.
Houston Texans. That's going to be a loss for you, so that's
No.
good.
So you're taking. So you're telling me the Houston Texans and the Texas Longhorns. You're taking the Longhorns
That's
over
it.
the Houston Texans, the
It was,
NFL team.
it was, all right.
That the NFL team. Are you being fettuccine?
I'm being a little fettuccine. I thought we were being fettuccine, and I was gonna give it to you, and you were gonna give it to me, and I was gonna give it to you and give it back to
I was
me.
giving it to you.
Remember, it's only gay if you push back. I think I'm kind of torn here. I kind of want to take the points. Um,
I'm taking Texas.
I I think I'm also
I think Texas is going to come out after last week. I think they're going to come out and play some ball, and I don't think
yeah.
this Houston Cougars team is a very good team.
That is a
I,
good point. I think
I
they're gonna want to rebound off that Oklahoma loss.
yeah, which wasn't a bad loss. It's just they lost.
We've got an ACC matchup here. We've got the Cavaliers of Virginia traveling to Raleigh to face the Tar Heels. North Carolina minus 23 and a half. Big return last week for Tez for the Tar Heels. Put up 3 scores in his return back this season, or I guess it was his debut this season because of NCAA violations or whatever. Uh, I wrote about it in the ACC conference preview, which you can check out at vanessasportsmedia.com. Virginia was a really bad team last year, but they played really good defense. Uh, they're playing decent defense this year. I think they're just catching North Carolina at a bad time. I think North Carolina should be able to win this by 24 or more, especially with Tez coming back. Even if Tez wasn't back, I would potentially, I'm probably fringing taking UNC, but with Tez coming back and how he looked last week, I'm taking UNC.
Yeah, what does that record say right there for Virginia?
That is a 1-5, sir.
Yeah, North Carolina. It's North Carolina. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Is that free money for you?
I don't know.
Fair enough. I respect
Oh,
it.
I want to go first this time. I'm done picking against Michigan. That fucking thing we keep saying that they're kind of methodical. Yeah, that shit is just not true. I'm just not gonna do that shit no more. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm picking Michigan. I keep fucking getting burned on these picks. And I'm like, yeah, Michigan's offense, they're going to slow it down. And they just haven't been doing that lately. And it's really been fucking me in the ass. So I'm not going to do that shit no more. We're going to go Michigan over Michigan State, 25 points. Read it and weep. Uh, yeah.
I'm looking up a stat just really quick. Give me 1 second.
Well, all right. One.
All right. Sounds good.
No, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't think Michigan is the second best team in the nation, but this Michigan team can fucking play. And these past spreads, they've been up to like 30 points or whatever, and I haven't picked them, and they've covered. So I just don't. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just gonna go Michigan, and I'm done with it.
I'm going to take the Spartans. I'm going to take Michigan State here to cover. Uh, Last year, they played in Ann Arbor. Michigan lost by 22, would have covered that year. And then before last year, they won back-to-back matchups against Michigan. Something about this rivalry just brings out the best in Michigan State. I think that I'm not necessarily picking a win. Obviously, that'd be absurd. That'd be Looney Tunes. But
No,
I'm picking Michigan State to cover.
well,
I
I'm
think
glad you're doing it. I'm not doing it no more. And if I get burned on it, I get burned on for picking Michigan. Some of these teams, they just don't like me. Georgia, Alabama, Michigan,
it's it's it's
bitches,
it's the big time Power Five schools.
and they're just like, oh, Chickster,
Can't do
he
it.
picked us or picked against us. Now, now it's time.
See,
And
now it's
now
personal. I got to turn it up to 11.
I know it went personal. It's personal.
We've got another ACC matchup here. 16th ranked Blue Devils traveling to Tallahassee. Yes, Tallahassee. It's where the Seminoles play. 14.5 points for the Seminoles. I had to remember. Thank you. I'll be here all night long. Alex, I'll let you lead off again.
Um, I think I'm gonna go Duke. I think this line is too big. I think it's just a tad too big. I think if it was like 10 points, I'm taking Florida State. And plus a key note, it's 14 and a half. So two touchdowns won't do it. It's got to be 15. So it's got to be a touchdown and a 2 point. It's got to be two touchdowns and 1 2 point, two touchdowns and a field goal. It's got to be that extra score, or that extra little point there. And that hook really makes it interesting. That's why I'm gonna go Duke. I think Florida State's really good. I think they probably deserve to be in the college football playoff. I don't know. And Duke's playing good ball right now. So yeah, Duke.
I'm
Duke.
I'm also going to take Duke to cover. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the line is just too big.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you. I think if this line was a little bit closer, I'm definitely taking Florida State. I it's this is expensive. This is an expensive game though. This is the opposite of free money because I kind
Oh,
of wavered a little
expensive.
because Florida State's got some weapons on that offense. Johnny Wilson, Keon Coleman, Trey Benson
Mm-hmm.
playing really really good ball this year. I could see this either being like 34-30 for Florida State and Duke's close, or it's going to be like 45-24. It's going to be a massive game. for Florida State. I could see it going either way.
For sure. Yeah, I'm with that.
We've got Army getting a shit ton of points, traveling to Baton Rouge to face the Tigers. Jaden Daniels he's turned it up the last couple of weeks. Jaden Daniels caught a little slack at the start of the year, and he has turned it up to 11 the past couple of weeks. He's playing really good ball. The defense seems to have figured it out a little bit, except for with it they played who they played just a week or two ago, where it was like a shootout.
I just know I picked against them.
It was an SEC matchup. Ole Miss.
I don't know. I'll believe you. I picked against them, and yeah, I can look. Or yeah,
I still think I'm gonna go. It's a lot of points, but with the way this LSU offense in particular has been humming as of late, I think they can put up the points to make it to just boat race Army.
Are you talking about Auburn? They lost to Ole Miss, but they beat Auburn. They beat the brakes off of Auburn last week.
No, it was like close. It was a close game, but it was like high scoring.
It was Ole Miss, and they lost that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they'll be good. No, I'm not picking Army. I'm picking LSU. These motherfuckers at Army, I got Army jokes too, so I'll give you those here in a minute. Army lost 19-0 to Troy. So I mean, I feel like 31 points is just doable for LSU. Fucking Army's just I don't think those motherfuckers can play. I think they're dumb as hell. I mean, they like you pass the ASVAB for the Army if you just write your fucking name on the paper. Like you can misspell your own fucking name and you're gonna pass that shit. They'll take anybody at Army. Those are some dumb ass motherfuckers over there at Army. Let me tell you, like
I just can't believe we've absolutely buried two branches of the military service in one video.
I got one more. We can go back to Air Force. I have Air Force jokes too. Like
no, we're good. We ain't gotta upset everybody.
The few, the proud, the gay. All right.
All right. Our last matchup here, thank God, is a Pac-12 matchup. Give me Michael Penis.
Michael Penis.
Give me. I was about to say some real sus.
You say, "Give me some penis." That's what
I was about to say, "Give me all the penis." I was about to say it. No, but on a serious note, biggest game of the year for Washington. Michael Penis stepped up, massive in the fourth quarter, game-winning drive against Oregon.
And we picked against them too. Oregon covered. Oregon covered.
Yes,
but we picked Oregon money line. So Washington.
Correct. You and I both picked Oregon to not only cover but to win outright. My only concern is that Arizona State's played some teams tough this year, and coming off of the massive win, we've talked about it. The regression, coming off the high, coming down a little bit. The Washington offense doesn't know that. This Washington offense, I'm not going to say reminds me of Miami because there are differences, obviously, but they seem like the team that can just score in bunches. They just you look away for a minute and they put up two scores.
When it rains, it pours.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think if they get a couple touchdowns, oh yeah, it's done. I'm taking Washington as well. Don't think it's any. I didn't pick any free monies.
You haven't picked any free monies. Well, here, let's do this. I'll go over our picks, and you can give us your free monies at the end. I only have one free money this week, and that's Penn State.
Okay.
My free money game of the week is Penn State plus 4.5. Alex is also taking Penn State. We are both taking Oklahoma plus 19.5 over UCF. We're both taking Air Force minus 9.5 against Navy.
That's my free money. Air Force.
Got it.
The chair force, as they call them.
The chair force.
Because they don't do anything but sit in their fucking ass all day.
Got a point.
I'm saying.
Alex is taking Tennessee. I've got Alabama. We've both got Texas minus 22.5. Both taking UNC minus 23.5. Alex is taking Michigan. He says he's never going to bet them again. Never bet against them again.
Whoa! Let's not get crazy.
That's essentially what you said. You said you're done picking against them.
Well, yeah, I could be done with an assignment and then just go back to it. Like, let's not be crazy. Like, let's not just say never.
All right, he's picking Michigan every game going forward. I've got the Spartans. We're both taking Duke to cover the points. Line was a little too big. God damn it. My arch nemesis.
Bro, I'm fucking that fucker. That fucker knows. Try to
Every
pull a
video, it
sneak
has to make
attack.
an appearance. Every
He tried
single
to make a
video.
sneak
He
attack on that
did. I
shit.
don't even remember clicking on that.
Yeah.
LSU minus 30.5 seems like a no-brainer to us, and we're both taking Michael Penis, biggest win of the year last year or last game. No concern of regression there.
So we're missing two. So I might go 10-0 this week, Garrett. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling 10-0
I mean, I
vibes.
hear you, but Alabama is going to win that game by 10 or more, so I'm going to go 10-0.
Well, the thing you're gonna go 9-1 because Michigan's gonna cover.
You're going to go 8-2, actually.
Okay.
Because Tennessee ain't going to cover, and Michigan ain't going to cover either.
Okay, my bad. That's on me. I'm a bitch. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
figure it out. Jesus
my
Christ. Do you have any more thoughts before we get out of here?
It's only gay if you push back Michael Penis. Here we go.
All right. For Chickster down there at the bottom of your screen there, my name's Garrett Burrows. Every single week here on the Videtta Sports Media YouTube channel. If you're watching this video and you liked it, be sure to leave a thumbs up on it. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel already, be sure to press the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any more uploads coming out of the YouTube channel. We're going to see you next time.